Hey YouTube, Shikun Shinobi here with a review of the Super Robot Chogokin DekarangerRobo from Tokusou Sentai Dekaranger, which was adapted into Power Rangers SPD over here. So most of you may recognize him from that. Great figure, which we'll get into real quick. Just a quick look at the box, done pretty much the same style as the other Super Robot Chogokins. We have Judgment here with DekarangerRobo there. All the crap that it comes with, and some words and stuff like that. Pretty cool banner image up there. So we'll just set that back there and take a look at the figure. So here he is in all of his Dekaranger glory. He looks absolutely fantastic. Like, if I had to peg a Sentai Super Robot Chogokin as the best, definitely him in terms of not only accuracy, but just overall durability and stability and detail. Everything is just absolutely perfect. There's a lot of things. Right now this is in the compact mode, so to speak, because he has a whole bunch of things that he can do. For one, on the elbow area rather here, you can pull the arm out just like so to give it a little bit more of a range compared to when it's up here. So that's pretty cool. So you can pull both of those arms out a little bit further to get more posability there. There's nothing in the shoulder area, nor the head area for this one. The waist can pull upwards. Again, there's a little cover there hiding the ball joint, but it gives you a lot more swivel room in the waist. Nothing in the knees. However, down here at the feet, these do pull out to allow a lot more side-to-side movement than you have when it's compacted. It looks really goofy, but when you have to do things like that or something, it's pretty much necessary. So I'm just going to leave those in the compact form just because, well, I think it looks better. And I don't really need that much foot articulation. So, articulation aside, well, we did that already. Full rotation up here thanks to the peg ball jointed nonsense going on over here. Full rotation in the head. We got a side-to-side waist, or side-to-side, front and back. Chest movement up there. Full ball joint at the hips. Then we have this ball joint going on here at the die-cast ball joint even. Going here at the hips, and then a pretty neato double joint system going on here at the knee. So that is really cool. And then of course, this is a single joint right here, and it does only work one way. You can't go backwards. It only goes forward, and it makes a little ratchet noise. Very similar to the Super Robot Chogokin Shinkano figure that had a very similar ratchety hand joint. In fact, I think they're the same arm joints going on here. But really stellar figure. So let's just take a look at the details. Here's his head sculpt, which is pretty much a notch on, spot on perfect. You can even see the little lights inside of the Pat Striker's little patrol bar up here. You have SPD 154 SPD, the logo sculpted in right there. 4, 5. You even have this, the little judgment thingy going on. That's at a little maneuverable position. You have the judgment sword stored right here. Here is Pat Gyro. So you can see just overall absolutely perfect. The tramp stamp info is hidden pretty well. And I honestly just can't get over how absolutely spot on perfect this figure is. It is absolutely gorgeous. So we'll set him back here and refocus and take a look at the accessories. Is here I really wish I had a turntable, but so as I pointed out already, you have the Judgment Sword in the compact position right here, which is actually difficult to pop out. There we go. So we have that going on right here. Obviously, it has a Judgment Sword that is in its full sword position that can be held. Signal Cannon right here with the red, yellow, and bluish green colorings with the little patrol bar up there. The Gyro Wappas, or Gyro Wappa. Wappa is ring in Japanese. So these are the handcuffs that come out of the Pat Gyro's little gyro things. So those can be held as well. One thing I do want to point out that I forgot is that the panel right here, right there, opens up. That's where the signal cannon is stored. However, it doesn't fit in there, obviously, because it's much, much bigger. You can kind of place it in there to make it look like you're holstering it out of it. But obviously, it doesn't actually store in there like it does in the actual show. What else do we have? We have an effect part for the signal cannon. So as you can see here, we've got colored inserts on there. You just line them up and peg them in. So it's a firing shot for the signal cannon, which is pretty cool. Those are for later. So now we'll take a look at the hands. We have left and right splayed open hands. We have the signal cannon holding hand, so that just pegs right in. We have the judgment sword holding hands for left and right. That slides right in. And then we have a left thumbs up hand, so you can do the picture that's on the front of the box that you can't see anymore. So one thing I forgot when I was doing this initially is that the Super Effect campaign piece for DekarangerRobo is a boost effect. Same package as a slash effect, except a lot thicker, obviously. No pictures showing you what it does, except for that one right there. But basically what these are little smoke pieces of plastic that are made to look like the character is running really fast, or something along the lines of that. So overall, they're actually quite nice looking. They're frosted to look like sort of like crystal. In fact, you can probably double them as crystals, but basically what you do is you set a figure amongst them, preferably at the feet. Obviously, you can stem them like that as well. So it looks like a character is running really fast. It's not as cool as the slash effect parts, in my opinion, because those added a lot to Gokaiouh's Gokaiken. But overall, I would say there's still a nice little bonus to go ahead and add to your displays. So those are always nice as well. So anyway, back to the review. So one additional thing that this comes with is a little miniature Pat Striker. So it's the Pat Striker from Gokaiger with the rainbow and the Gokai logo and stuff. Done really well despite being so miniature. And it looks pretty neat. So this comes apart and acts as attachments for this guy. Good old Gokaioh that we took a look at a couple days ago. So basically you take this guy completely apart. Just like that. And then you're left with this. You have to take this this section right here off of the base, which is actually kind of difficult to do the first time. Rather, it was easy for me to do this first time. It was hard the second time. I don't know why. But this part you don't use for anything, so you just keep that aside. And this will be the chest piece. These you don't actually use for Gokaioh. It comes with these little grips. I just realized I said grips, really funny. But these peg in right here to make this gun. And then right here to make this gun. And these can be put in to Gokaioh's hands and be held like that when he's in Deka Gokaioh mode. So those pieces aren't used for the actual combination like the DX toy, but they're a completely separate piece. So we'll just keep those aside and open up all of Gokaioh's compartments. You may be thinking, but if those aren't used, then how are you going to do his arms? Well, they got you covered. They definitely got you covered. Take this part off too. It's not that really hard to get out. So now he's all ready. It comes with these tiny Gatling pieces that peg inside of Gokaioh's arms. So it's pretty neat, actually. I think that's the wrong one. Nope, I just had it upside down. Just like that. So that is pegged in there. And then that is pegged in there. So while these don't actually come from the miniature Pat Striker, they do look like they did. Just like so. So now you have the upper pieces all set and ready to go. Take the Pat Striker chest, plug that in right there, just like so. And then these pieces just plug right in down here. Just like that. So here we have Deka Gokaioh in all of his little Dekaranger glory. So like I said, these pieces slide right in, but if you pose them with these pieces, make sure you take out the Gatling pieces. Otherwise you'll have paradox on your hands. But yeah, really cool, and I'm glad they did something like this. Instead of releasing new figures for every Gokaioh form, that that was neat. So that we have the ability to make them. Granted, this kind of entices people to want to buy more than one Gokaioh, like me. So if they ever get as cheap as Shinkano did, you betcha I'll be getting some more Gokaiohs to do this. But yeah, really, really cool. I mean, it doesn't really add too much to the toy besides the look factor. But I think that's pretty cool that they gave you the ability to do something like that. And if you don't, or you don't own Gokaioh, then at least you have a really cool little Bat Striker that you can set up on display. So really cool. We'll just go ahead and set him up back there. And we'll bring in DekarangerRobo once again. Like I said, absolutely stellar figure. I'm going to use the signal cannon. I like swords, but I don't know. I just feel like using the signal cannon is more appropriate for a cop-themed, well, space cop-themed, even though they were kind of detectives, but whatever. So just kind of something like that. Just for shits and giggles, let's give him the thumbs up hand. So he's like, it's okay, because I shot someone or something. No, now he's Kuga. Dekaranger Kuga. Something like that, just because he's such a badass robot that he thumbs up people. He's that cool. So yeah, here we are. Set that back there. And there we have it. So DekarangerRobo is basically the best Super Robot Chogokin Sentai Robot we've gotten so far. If you're a fan of Dekaranger or Power Rangers SPD, this is an absolutely must-have figure. It takes everything cool about the DX robot by pretty much just design. I really love Dekaranger's robot designs. Or at least the main ones. I don't like the bike so much. But regardless, everything is just perfect. Yeah, there are some flaws. Like I've got a niche in the white paint right there. And really, that's really the only flaw is like paint application errors. Because articulation is spot on perfect. The overall sculpt is great. The paint details are really good. So some scratches are really the only flaws I could actually fault this figure for, and it's not the figure's fault. So, like I said, if you're a fan of Dekaranger or SPD, this is a must-own figure. If you have Gokaioh, getting this is a nice little bonus because you do get the pieces for Deka Gokaioh. So overall, you get a lot for your money with this. Yeah, he is kind of expensive, but with the legs being purely die-cast, the joints down here being all die-cast as well, it makes for a very heavy, durable, and stable figure that you're really not going to find anywhere else. So absolutely great, and definitely recommended. So you can check out shukunshinobi.com for all the latest updates on my reviews, and of course check out RidersRangersandRambles.com, bringing you the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care and have a great one. Bye.